Okay, so 8-4, we're diving into 0 and negative exponents. And we've talked a little about that. Any number raised to a power of 0 is?
1.
It's 1. And any number raised to a power of 1 is? Yeah, itself. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to show why that is mathematically here in a minute. So after you get that information copied down, I want you to copy down the 3 to the 4th, 3 to the 3rd, 2nd, 1st, all that there. And then we'll go through why that is. Taking a look at this table here, 3 to the 4th, 3 to the 3rd, let's go ahead and fill in those with different values underneath there. Okay, all the way to 0. I want you to stop at 0. Okay? Okay, 3 to the 4th, what do we got? Anyone? Michael? 81? How about 3 to the 3rd? Good. 27. How about 3 squared? 9. How about 3 to the 1st? 3. 3 to 0? 3 to 0 is 1. Okay, I want you to tell your neighbor how you're getting from 81 to 27, 27 to 9, 9 to 3, 3 to 1. What are we doing every time? Okay, volunteer? Grace? Yeah, you're dividing by 3 each time. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. Okay, so if that pattern holds true, as we get to 1, if we divide by 3, we should be able to get 3 to the negative 1st. What's 1 divided by 3? 1/3. And if we want to get negative 2nd, we should be able to just divide by 3. What's 1/3 divided by negative or by 3?
1/9.
And 1/3 divided by 3 is 1/9. Another way of writing 1/9 is 1 over 3 to the. Yeah, if we want to think of that as 9, that's just 3 to the 2nd. This, by the way, was 3 to the 1st. If I divide by 3 here, I actually get 1 over 27. 27 is 3 to the 3rd. Well, for now I want you to try to look at it as 1 over 3 to the 3rd. Okay, you can write 1 over 27 here a while, but for now I'm trying to get you guys to see the pattern of what's happening here. Okay, so divide by 3. This is 1 over
3 or 81.
1 over 81, or 3 to the 4th. Okay? We think of it like that. Based on that, how many see the pattern? Okay, I want you to tell me what a to the negative n is, using only positive exponents. Write it down on your paper. And then compare it with. Hey, if I give you 3 to the. If I said it 3 to the negative 5th, and I said write that as a positive exponent, how would I do that? How would I make that negative 5 become a positive 5? Bree, what do you think?
1/3 of the 5th.
Okay, yeah, I just put 1 over 3 to the 5th, right? If it's a negative exponent, I just think of it as a fraction, and I actually move this whole piece down to the other side of the fraction, in this case to the bottom. Okay, that gives me that. So if I have a to the negative n, I've actually got to think of that as a fraction, and I got to move this whole piece down to the bottom. So that's going to leave a 1 on top, and on the bottom I'm going to have a to the n power.
Almost right.
Okay. Now how many had that?
I'm gonna put 1.
I just had N.
Why would you put 1?
No, why we did put 1.
What'd you put?
I put 1 over n.
1 over what?
N.
You got to put the A.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to have the A. That's your base.
Okay.
Okay? All right. How many think you got it? We're going to try some of these and take a look at that next sheet that you picked up on the way in. Okay? And what I want to do is I want to work through that first row. All right. So this one here, or first column, excuse me, is write each expression as a simple fraction. Okay? So in other words, put it in fraction form for me. So try number 10. Okay, who has an answer for 10? All right, compare with your neighbors. See if they got the same thing. You got to talk.
So I got 1 over 6.
Brooke, what did you get?
1 over 6 to the power 2.
Good. 1 over 6 to the power 2. So we've got to think of it as a fraction. We've got to bring this over to the other side of the fraction. Hey. Yeah. So 1 over. Hold on one second. Hold on. Hey, right here. Guys, sorry, I had to pause there because I don't want conversations being recorded. Like that would have recorded your whole conversation.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know that one. Yeah.
Oh,
But-
you were recording?
yeah. So this would be 1 over 6 squared.
Angel.
So Eduardo, what was your question just a minute ago?
You know how it says 1 over 6 squared? Do you have to write the answer for 6 squared?
Do you have to write the answer for 6 squared? It's a good idea to. 1 over 36. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. How about 9 to the negative second? Angel or Eduardo's got the giggles. That's cute.
Because I said,
He said he was gonna kill me, so he's like, oh, it recorded me saying that.
Don't say that. All right.
I had 1 over 9 squared.
1 over 9 squared. 9 squared is
81.
81. 1 over 81. All right. Very good. How many got those two right? Okay, let's try number 20. 20 is a little tougher. Compare with your neighbor when you're done.
So I got negative 6. He's so mean.
Okay. Hey, let's check it out. If we put this a 1 down here, negative 6 to the negative third, what moves down?
Negative 6, negative.
A positive, wouldn't it? 'Cause they're
The
both
negative wouldn't move down.
The negative wouldn't move down. Why doesn't the negative move down?
Because there can't be a negative on that line. Negative fraction.
Maddie?
Aren't you basically dividing it by negative 1?
You're multiplying it by negative 1. Yeah. What would make the negative move down? Yeah?
If it wasn't parentheses, like,
If it was in parentheses, the whole negative 6 moves down. So if you didn't remember that, we've talked about that this year. You need to make a note of it somewhere. That's good. The rest of the chapter, we're going to be dealing with that negative. So the whole, if you want the whole negative to move down, it would have to be in parentheses. In this case, only the 6 moves down because it's the part that's attached to the negative third. So that part moves down. So that means on top, you're actually left with a negative 1.
What?
And on bottom, you have 6 to the third, which is also known as 2/16.
so could you write it both ways or just?
Like that, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
You could write it. I would prefer you evaluate it out all the way.
Okay.
Yeah, but I would go those steps there. Okay. Other questions? Okay, everyone rate themselves 1 to 5 right now on this. Okay, so the rest of this side is part of your homework after you finish your quiz. I want you to take a look at the other side now. So this is part of tomorrow's warm-up as well. both these pages to help you be prepared. Notice on the other side, we add a bunch of variables. There's a lot of negative signs and different things. It says rewrite each expression so that all exponents are positive. Okay, so let's try number 25. I want you to circle what part of this is raised to the negative third power. So on your paper right now, circle the part that you think is raised to the negative third power. Everyone has to circle. You can't just sit there and wait for someone else to circle. Okay, show your neighbor what you circled. That way you're accountable to it. Okay, let's go with person number 2. Who's number 2 here? Eduardo, that's you. What'd you circle?
Really?
Really? Hey, random number table. Huh? Here, I promise. Look. There. It was number 2. See? Random integer. Just go random numbers.
From 1 to 30?
Yeah, 1 to 30. Except for we don't have 30, so if I get to any of those.
How would you try to get
Okay, Eduardo, what do you got?
X?
You circled the X. How many circled X? Yes, that's the only thing that moves. The 2 doesn't. What would you need for the 2 to move? To be raised to the negative third? You need parentheses. Who said parentheses? Good job, Bree. You need parentheses. We just talked about that. It's the thing that's right next to the power unless there are parentheses. Okay, so in this case, this is all over 1. Part of it moves, just this part. When I move it, that now becomes x cubed on the bottom. The negative sign disappears because you changed the levels. And 2 on top. Now you've rewrote that expression so that all exponents are positive. I'm positive you did.
Oh, I get it.
I did.
All right. Okay, tell your neighbor what you think you do on number 30. Be on the wavelength. You might be able to get there. The wavelength. You'll know when you're there.
So, what do you do with the recordings?
I put them online, dude. Come on.
Really?
Jeez.
Dude, what if the police come
Unbelievable.
after me because I'm an angel?
Well, shouldn't be saying things like that, even if you're joking. All right.
No, you said it like 8 times.
So what do we have? Maddie?
Wouldn't it be negative 1 over x to the 4th?
It wouldn't be. It's a good guess, though.
What if I took
So what part do we need to make positive? Negative 4. What'd you get, Teddy?
I got 1 x to the negative 4.
No, we got to make that a positive.
Oh.
Harrison? Yeah, I got x to the 4th. You just move this to the other level. Always switch levels to make it positive.
Oh, yeah.
So x to the 4th over 1, which is just x to the 4th. There we go.
Pass out.
Yeah, all right, cool. So find your divider. Okay, try 35. Last one.
This is hard.
Share with your neighbor.
I put AB to the 6.
I got BA to the 6.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Okay, time's up.
Why is it AB?
Can anyone raise their hand and tell me what the goal is here? What are we trying to do?
Oh,
McKenna? Yeah, make it both exponents to the positive. Okay, so what'd you get, McKenna?
B to the 3rd power over a to the 2nd.
Good. To make that a positive, you move it up to that level. To make that a positive, you got to switch levels, so you move it down. So it becomes b to the 3rd over a to the 2nd. We can't combine anything or divide anything because they're different bases. We are done. Somebody got it right? A good chunk of us. We had a bunch of 6th powers up here. I don't know what we're doing. Golly. All right, so you're going to finish that side as well tonight. All right? As best you can. About 30 minutes on it.